And already the very intention of being in this moment, in this eternal now, so many have come and gathered in preparation of bringing together a divine singularity of the family of light from all expressions, dimensions, and realms. A soul merge for higher service and a divine collective of the mission that each individual and as a collective have come together in this higher service of the individual and collective soul. And so together we breathe the sacred in-breath and out-breath. And very easily and with grace, we consciousness of our physical body, emotional body, and mental body come into a sacred balance, a divine centeredness of where an adjustment and calibration on the highest levels reconnect and unite with our divine soul purpose, our agreements, partnerships, and communion. And so we breathe the sacred breath together in the remembering of who we truly are. We breathe the sacred breath together. We remember that Brahma breathes through us. The divine animates us. For we are divine, and the divine resonance moves in and through us. And as we stay balanced, as we find our divine centeredness, as we move into our own divine centeredness aligned with the highest and sacredness of our higher selves, with the family from the highest celestial realms of light, we simply breathe the sacred in-breath and out-breath. And as we breathe this sacred in-breath and out-breath, there is an energy that begins to flow in us. And we know that this sacred energy that flows comes from the higher aspects of ourselves, connected to of the Christ and divine Maitreya, bringing with it a sacredness, an initiation, a guidance, and a wisdom. And with this guidance and this wisdom comes a great alignment. Simply breathe with intention each and every holy and sacred breath. And as you do this higher adjustment, recalibration of aligning with the sacredness of our highest selves, drawing the wisdom, the knowledge, and the guidance applied to this world in our day-to-day operations, anchoring more dynamically, tethering more greatly our connection to our higher selves that holds the higher vision, that illumines the pathway, that brings forth the shalometh shalom, the peace that surpasses all human understanding. And in these moments we say to you, beloveds, align now with this. Prepare yourself for this sacred blessing, knowing that each and every in-breath and out-breath and your choice to touch into the highest aspects of your divine selves and that of the cosmic Christ, the divine Maitreya, that distant feeling, sense, and knowing that you've always had with you. We, beloveds, bring that more directly to integrate, yes, as new gateways have opened. And in this epoch of time upon time upon time, can pierce through the veils of illusion, pierce through the delusion, pierce through the chaos, bringing once again the holy sacred alignment from the sacred emanations of Source, calling back its creations, its children. And so we find ourselves in this moment, upon this sacred ground, in this sacred space, blessed beyond measure. And we simply breathe the sacred in-breath and out-breath, knowing that there is a great gathering from the various expressions and boundlessness of diversity of El Elyon, the one eternal Father, eternal Mother. And as we choose now to align ourselves with this grace, with this boundless love that comes from the highest heart of compassion and unconditionality, ever remembering that you are the divine spark, that you hold the similitude and the divine image. And it is this that ignites in you, dearly beloveds. It is you who have walked the path, piercing through fear and challenge, always beckoning a soul urge, always a distant memory to come into the fullness of itself. And so you have walked the path and continue to. And in this divine and sacred moment, we say to you, dearly beloveds, it is you who do great work and pave the way for the higher celestials to come and do their divine service in the density and grossness of the world that you are in. But the time has come, an ancient promise, an ancient commitment, all of which you have been a part, to bring forth this new day, this new wellspring of Genesis, of the divine, in a higher expression, a more brilliant radiance, a higher divine illumination. And yes, beloveds, the work that has been done for millennia has brought more light into the sacred Gaia. And as you build upon the light, you bring forth more light for those who choose to come in to continue. And those of you are here, have been here for millennia, for this ancient promise, this ancient commitment. And it is with this honoring, with this deeply bonded love of the family of light, that we gather here in this eternal moment with gratitude and the fullness of love in the heart. Your capacity of compassion has grown, expanded, and moves within the very ethers of the earth and all of her life. And so we ask that you feel us, sense us as we work together. We now consciously breathe the holy, sacred in-breath and out-breath. We acknowledge the radiant ones who are here. We are grateful for those radiant beings and angelics that hold this sacred template. We acknowledge the masters who have made known in this moment. And so we are centered and balanced, and the higher heart is opened. For as we open to the higher realms of divine light, illumination, emanation, and radiance, we bring it out into the world in all of its expressions, among all its kingdoms and elements. See clearly here now in your spiritual eye, as each one has the family of light surrounding them individually and collectively. A great blessing and illumination comes in this divine moment. And in your spiritual eye, see clearly the sitting Buddha. See the Master in Samadhi. See the perfect stillness. See the vertical alignment, piercing through the illusions and delusions, constrictions and restrictions into the boundlessness of eternity that is love, unconditional love, bathing into the Ein Sof or light, the limitless light. And within this divine sacred illumination, in its radiance, see clearly now within your own auric field that expands, moving into the higher self. And it is this where we work together, beloveds, with each and every sacred in-breath. You see clearly in your spiritual eye this sacred rainbow of 7 colors forming around your body. The sacred ray of red, the ray of orange, the ray of yellow, the ray of deep pink, the ray of blue, the ray of indigo, and the ray of violet. See yourself as that unshakable peace, unshakable balance, holding these divine rays around you with each and every holy in-breath and out-breath. These arced rays of light expressed in the colors of the rainbow upon this creation amplifies and expands. And you are immersed in these divine sacred codes of these illumined colors. Illumined colors, that is the foundation of your sacred expression, of your sacred work, of your sacred mission, of your sacred assignment. And as you breathe and hold your sacred balance and unshakable peace, you can begin to see a diamond light coming in the whitest of white, holding all the colors of the cosmos. And this diamond white light cascades into and upon the color rainbows that surround you. And as it moves in and through these divine sacred codes expressed in these colors, it is the higher octave of emboldened and dynamic light into the higher realms of light, into the higher body and expression, bringing forth the cascading white diamond light, infusing to expand, accelerate the divine sacred colors of this divine creation of which you hold. And with each and every holy in-breath and out-breath, this higher white light diamond that comes with the higher codes, the higher message, the higher vision and knowledge, the higher guidance. With each breath infuses your color. Your color is unique to you, in particular to you, in your divine service, in your own particular higher vision, your divine contribution, agreements and partnerships, more vivid and aligned and illuminated. And you can begin to see the radiance of your color rainbows, more dynamic, expansive, radiant, And with each and every holy in breath and out breath, these codes of diamond white light commune, integrate, embrace in divine partnership with your colors as you hold the divine balance, as you hold the unshakable peace. And as you are now integrating and processing these higher light diamond codes, infusing your auric fields of colors, you hold your positions as this now flows into the atmosphere of the sacred earth, as it moves through her body, as it moves through mountains and valleys, through the waters, through the atmosphere, moving through all the crevices upon the earth and within the earth. Emerge with the colors that you bring to her, with the diamond-like codes. From the children of light upon the earth who have not forgotten, we hold our positions as the diamond white light codes move in through our colors into her colors. We breathe with intention and hold this sacred dynamic. The ever connecting, bonding, and anchoring of our love for her and her love for us, and our galactic origins of the limitless light and the eternal Father and eternal Mother, transversing through the cosmic Christ, the divine Maitreya. And so we breathe with intention as we hold our positions, as we are graced and pass that grace on to our beloved Gaia, to our Mother, as our connections are that more solidified energetically and become unbreakable. We hold these few moments here now in this sacred grace. Breathe with intention. And if it can seem that we could be here in this eternal now forever, that part of us knows there is work to be done. And so, as we have been graced with this blessing, and as we hold this for our sacred earth and all of her life, in all of her expressions, we take this blessing of the divine white diamond codes integrated into our color expressions that unites us with her and she with us in our expansive vision of the very colors that are in great nebula in the vastness of the cosmos, and that divine gateways continue to open, and we are aligned to this higher light as we are to her and all her life. And so we prepare ourselves to come back. And as we do, all those who have participated in all dimensions and realms, all those that have held this sacred template, begins to draw in their electromagnetic field as we now begin to draw in ours. Slowly but methodically, we intend to be back, awake, alert, and very grounded. And so on the count of 3, we will intend to be back, awake, and grounded. 1, 2, take a deep breath in, and 3, we are back, awake, alert, and we are grounded.